Okay, so I'm back. So this is another baby daddy story. My baby daddy. Story times are about him this week. So I'm about to do two story times in one. So one time when I was staying over there in the ghettos of the Acres Home area in Houston, me and that dude that had broken my house and stole the TV, we had broke up. But even though we had broke up, this nigga had called and threatened me. And he had threatened my life, and he told me that he was gonna kill me. And I believed him. So, all of a sudden, my baby daddy called me and he asked me, could he come over and stay 2 days or maybe a week, because him and his other baby mama got into it and she put him out. I said, yeah. And I said, while you here, I'm going to need you to be my protector because this nigga had threatened my life. And so I said, you can stay. You can go on ahead and stay a week. Just, look out for me. And whenever I leave the house, I need you to come on the porch and watch if I have to go to the mailbox or take out the trash or something, because that nigga is always outside. And so he was doing all that for me. He was being me and his daughter's protector. And I'm gonna say on about the third day that he was at my house, he had got his check. He got paid from his job. And so once he comes in the house sipping on this drink called lean and puffing weed, and he tells me, oh, I went by my baby mama house and I tried to make up with her, and she didn't even want me back. And then I said, so what you go over there for? She just put you out. And you can try to bribe her just because you got your check? He's like, well, I was trying to. Well, I really wanted to get back together with her. And I was telling her, I'm here because I love you and I'm trying to make things right between us. I'm looking at him, I'm saying, you never would did that if me and you would have broke up, but okay. I just don't understand why you would go back over there and she just put you out. That's dumb of you. Then he gonna take his money out of his pocket, his little $500 that he just got paid from his job, and he told me he showed it to her and told her, this could be yours, but you don't want to take me back. And she said, if I don't get that from you, I'll get money from you through child support. So I guess she got some points for saying that, even though I didn't like her, because she knew that he and I were together once our daughter was born, and she was doing some disrespectful shit with him behind my back. It's just a mess. But then, so after he, showed me his little money, I had went to my daughter's school and got her out of school. And then when nighttime came, I had already cooked. I cooked. He ate. And he was like, is there anybody around here I can get some weed from? I'm like, nigga, you know people. Yeah, it's plenty of people around here that you can get some weed from, but I don't smoke the shit and I don't buy it, so you're gonna have to find that out for yourself. Cause I was really salty at him and pissed off at him at the fact that he told me that he went to his baby mama house to make up with her and bribe her. Bribe her with his little money that he just got paid. Didn't offer me shit, but I bet you he gave her something. Okay, and then that night, my daughter had went to sleep early. Our daughter was still in elementary school at this time, so and then he was telling me how him and I stayed up all night. And then he started telling me stories about how he went down on her and she stank every time he would go down on her. I'm like, what makes you think I want to hear this shit? I don't want to hear nothing about y'all sex life. And if she do stank when you go down there, you must like it because you told me you went over there to make up with her. For all I know, you might have did it with her before you came to my house, but that's neither here nor there. And he just pissing me off. So the very next day, he had been working on this. I had this puzzle. Because I like to buy puzzles at the nearby dollar store. The puzzles that you put together. And he had been working on that puzzle for about 2 or 3 days. But I decided to be petty and I took the shit loose. When he left and went to the corner store to get him a cigar and a beer, I went and took that shit loose. And so it was the very next day when he found out that I took the puzzle loose. And he was mad as hell. He was like, you took the puzzle loose that I've been working on all this week? I said, yeah. I said, I'm trying to clean up. He was like, that's 2 or 3 days worth of work. I'm like, so? And keep in mind, I'm still mad at him at this point about him telling me that he went over his other baby mama house. Plus, I kind of still wanted to be with him, even though he would only come around me whenever he would get into it with her, or if he wanted to really just visit his daughter. So he said, why would you do that? I said, first of all, this is my house. Don't forget that. You're a guest in my home. You don't come in here while I'm in this kitchen cooking and ask me why would I do something. I do what I want to do. You don't stay here. You was over there with her. I said, you just got paid. Go to the dollar store and get you some more puzzles. He was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. So he went back in the living room. He started thinking. And then he went in he got out his phone and he started texting people. 30 minutes later, when I was almost done cooking, he brings his sorry ass in the kitchen where I'm at, talking about do you have some kind of trash bag or some shopping bags? I'm like, no. No, I don't. I had some bags in there, but I wasn't giving it to him because he was about to do what I'm about to say. He did. So after he asked me that and I told him no, I'm going to say an hour later I came in my living room where he was sitting at, and mind you, my daughter was asleep. Where he was sitting at in the living room, and his cigar was still in the ashtray, but him and his shit was gone. I go downstairs because I had some stairs in my apartment at that time, and he's gone. Left my door unlocked, knowing that nigga could have came in and like jumped on me or whatever, or tried to kill me. So I ain't got mad. I opened my door and looked outside to see if he was outside. He was gone. So I called his phone. He let the phone ring about 5 times. Then he finally picked up and answered for me. I'm like, did you leave? He's like, yeah, I left. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you leave when you told me when we agreed that you was gonna stay here for a week? I told you what I needed you here for. He was like, man, that's your issue. Whatever you got going with that dude, I'm not here. I didn't come there to be your babysitter or a protector. I'm like, nigga, fuck you. You over here because she put you out. He like, yeah, she put me out, but I know how to get her to let me back in. I'm like, that's besides the point. You don't be leaving my house and my motherfucking door is unlocked. And you don't tell me, like, what's wrong with you? I'm telling you, my life could possibly be in danger, and your daughter's too. And you gonna sit up there and leave and not tell me just because you got fucking mad over me taking to loose a motherfucking dollar puzzle? I told him, I hope you lose all that motherfucking money. I hope you drop it somewhere and somebody pick it up. And I hung up in his face. And he gonna text me some laughing face emojis talking about, you just mad because while I was there, I didn't have sex with you. I'm like, nigga, fuck you. I didn't ask you for that while you was here. And some guys are very full of themselves. They really just think that they sex be A1 when they don't have nothing really to work with but a short Vienna sausage. If you really want to know the truth. But let me move around with the story. So I'm just thinking about that when that happened. It made me mad all over again because I just couldn't believe he left my house and my door unlocked, knowing what I told him I needed him there for, because my baby daddy got them hands. He can fight. But for him to leave my house and not tell me my door is unlocked, that just really upset me. Like, how dare you? And then you wanna hide in my house from her, or you wanna come to my house when she put you out. Like, the fuck wrong with you? The fuck? Okay, so I'm gonna say that month had passed. A new month came in. So he calls me and he's apologizing. He's like, I'm sorry for how everything went down. It seemed like right after I did that to you, then bad luck came my way. I'm like, oh really? What you mean by that? He's like, I got put out of He's telling me that his mom put him out of her house and told him that he needs to learn how to be a man. He said him and his other brother, him and his brother had been living in his car. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That's what I said on the phone back to him. I said, I guess you did get your karma for what you did, because you was wrong. And so he said, well, I guess I deserved that. But anyway, can I come over? Can me and my brother come over there and can we take a shower and grab a bite to eat? I promise you we'll leave early in the morning. So I said, no. He said, well, what if I come by myself? I'm saying, you can't even come by yourself. So every day for that month, I would look out the window or I would go to the mailbox, me and my daughter, and I would see him and his brother. He had his car parked in the parking lot of my apartments. And it was summertime then too, so his brother would be laying in the back seat with his legs sticking out the car, and he would be laying in the front seat with his legs sticking out the car because they both tall. So I was just, and he would be texting me and saying, I apologize, can I please come in and take a shower? I went on and gave in the third day. I let him and his brother come in and take a shower. And then I let them spend the night. But I told both of them they gotta leave the very next day. They slept in the living room. And so my baby daddy, all in my kitchen, all in my refrigerator, you talking about you ain't cooked. I said, look, stay out of my refrigerator. He like, what's wrong? Why you have an attitude? I said, because I'm tired of every time you come over here, you always in my motherfucking refrigerator. Stay out of it. I said, you and your brother can spend the night and take y'all shower. I didn't say that you and him can live here. He like, but me and him not just no random people. I'm your baby daddy and he is our daughter's uncle. I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, you can't just call me up and try to use me every time you get into it with her or every time you get into a situation like this. And I mean what I say. In the morning, you and him need to leave. At 6 a.m., I don't give a shit if y'all still sleepy. So the very next day, at 6 a.m. in the morning, they did leave. So for another week, they still in that same car. In his car. Just living there. They would step outside of the car every now and then and pour bottles of water on their head. I guess for air and whatnot. And I would just be laughing my ass off because I just felt like at the time that was his karma for everything that he would do and put me through. The fuck? So Friday came. And my baby daddy texted me, can I come over? I mean, yeah, he texted me. Can I come in, please? I'm hot. And me and my brother want to know, can we take a shower? I'm like, this not no Mission Inn motel. And then he gonna text back and he's like, what I do? Please let us come in. I'm like, no. No. At that point, I just felt used by him. And, I was mad at him about other things, how I went to his house when I was pregnant with our daughter. I wasn't even showing yet, but I was pregnant and saw him with that other woman. Then the police showed up and asked him in front of her, was I his girlfriend? And like I said at the time when I told that story time, I swear he was going to say no. But he said, yeah. He said, yeah, I was his girlfriend. But right after the police left, he told me, he let her go in the motherfucking house. But he told me I had to leave, and he don't care how I got home. He said, because I should have called before I came to see him. And since I didn't call him, I'm going to get served. He's like, he's entertaining, and I need to leave. And like I said, to this day, he don't even know how I got home. It was motherfucking 1 a.m. in the morning. The morning he threw me away to the wolves and didn't give a fuck. And I had our daughter in unborn at the time in my stomach. At the time, I was 2 months pregnant. But I wanted to be petty and pay him back, so I told him, no, you cannot come back and take no shower. You can't come back and have no drink of water. You can't come back and do shit. This ain't no motherfucking shelter. This ain't no Mission Inn hotel. No. I said, since you love your other baby mama so much, since you love her stanky, dirty drawers, you go over there where she at and you ask her, can you come in our house and take a shower and eat and all the bullshit you and your brother used me to do while y'all was in my house? No, you cannot come in. No, I hung up in his face. There was one way how I paid him back for everything that I felt like he did, but I'm about to end this story. End this story time, even though it was a lot. There was a lot that I told. And I'm just reminiscing, so every day I will probably be giving a story time on my child's father. So stay posted, because more story times are coming. And I'm about to go to sleep, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.